All right. Well, good morning, video audience. Seeing my own face here, and I'm just going. I need to be more behavioral constraints on the Blue Moon Group, not myself. So, for those who don't know me, I understand myself in the context of an extraterrestrial contactee from Portland, Oregon. And I was just thinking about this horrendous assault I had on me by the Blue Moon Group yesterday by a member of the Black Monks program of the Blue Moon Group. Can't really escape thinking about that now. And I don't know. I hope they get more oversight. Or they get more oversight in their program. They obviously don't have enough oversight in their program, where they're allowed to just go into civilians' homes and, if this was another person on the street doing this to you, I think I'm not a lawyer, obviously. But I think what most lawyers would tell you was, well, then you're in jeopardy, right? And you're free to assault them right back, and then it's your lawyer versus their lawyer. Was my understanding. It's like if somebody was doing to you on the street what the Black Monks program did to me, you'd be free to punch, hit, otherwise grab them. Just minding my own business in my own home, not even trying to sit there trying to send you nasty telepathic thoughts. And I obviously need some kind of personality restructuring for that, don't I? I obviously need some kind of personality restructuring for that, don't I? Because I never had any kind of official briefing from the Blue Moon Group, never had any kind of briefing from the Blue Moon Group. It's just they jump out of nowhere, go active, and they're the biggest assholes. So they seem like some of the biggest assholes in the world. So the only message in the bottle I could put for foreign secret space programs is beware the Blue Moon Group. Beware the Blue Moon Group at the NSA. There seems to be everything to worry about, and I don't know if the Andromedans still need help getting them under control or how that works. It means I would have called Andromedan. And so another contact of mine seems to suggest to do a video about this. I'm also contacted by an extraterrestrial called Narami, who I can give a link to a source to learn about them from in the description. Well, no, you are in this Black Monks program. You are in the sphere of behavior. You earn this. This is what you earned from me. This is what you earned for your behavior. And you know what? I also have contact with a Lyrian-type extraterrestrial. You can learn about them from the same author or other sources. And Narami wanted me to talk about personality restructuring, actually, which seems to be connected to parties outside the Blue Moon Group at the NSA. It seems to be done by other intelligence agencies. And for those who don't know me, who I am, in addition to an extraterrestrial contactee, is one day when I was walking out the door. I was just in university being kind of generally malcontented with the American political system. And I was walking out the door one day, I ended up in synthetic telepathy. I wasn't even plotting the active overthrow of the U.S. government. I wasn't even plotting a riot. I was going to basically go to have peaceful protests and being kind of generally malcontented in the university. And somebody didn't like it. Somebody who doesn't like radicals very much just feels like I'm giving out synthetic telepathy like candy at certain universities. And I didn't understand what it was called at the time. It wasn't then psychotronics are machines that act on the human mind, and they can actually modify your behavior with it, with a synthetic with. I should give a link in the description to something I wrote. Here, let me just pause for. No, let me just pause for a moment and go find something I wrote. Let me just find something I wrote on that one. Is it even here anymore? Is it gone? Oh, there it is. There it is. I didn't see it in the list there, and I'll include a link in the description that has it's something I wrote called our burgeoning psychotronics nightmare state, where it wasn't just here, Bryant, you need thought reform right away. You need to change your opinions, you need to change your beliefs about politics, you need to, because you have, I don't say wrong think. And that's just who I was. I was just kind of generally malcontented. I didn't have any particular plans to go be harmful to government employees about it. I was basically going to go contribute to alternate book clubs. I was going to go contribute to an alternate book club or something, and what happened with Psychotronics was I ended up with a synthetic telepathy implant, and this can happen to you too, for even for just being a little outspoken in class. in the wrong public universities, apparently. I wasn't even a little outspoken in class about, hey, I'm a critic of the state now. And I mean, I think to have like a healthy, vibrant democracy, people need to be able to be critics of the state, and then to other states that's proof that you're not too much of a state, isn't it? That you're able to have a healthy criticism of the state in the classroom, you're able to tolerate that. Because otherwise, other states are going to go, well, you can't even tolerate critics of the state in the classroom. They're not even. It's. I'm not even. I'm not even thinking of like a riot or actually anything like that. Thank you, gods, and I know the gods are with me. Thank you, gods. And so I had personnel. I didn't know what it was called at the time. It was, I wasn't told the operatives logging on with Psychotronics to give me personality restructuring. And I didn't realize what it was called at the time. It was personality restructuring, which was to make me obedient to the operatives that logged on with the technology, because I was really upset. I was really upset. I remember I was really upset at the time. I was having the operative was communicating with me, and the operative, to call it an unhelpful communication strategy would not be an understatement. I mean, what personality restructuring means is that an operative's going to log on with you, and you're basically going to be told something like, you're going to have to go dig your own grave in the desert if you don't do as you're told by me. And sometimes they do like, hey, stop hating yourself. Hey, stop hating yourself is kind of like a mainstay. Personality restructuring is what shatterers are called, for anybody who's been exposed to MK Ultra. In like official paper, apparently some official paperwork uses this terminology. It's like, well, the person could be given personality restructuring. I hope I can't be given personality restructuring for talking about personality restructuring, because then with the behavior modification technology, they'll do something like, hey, stop hating yourself. Hey, stop hating yourself. Until you do as you're told by me. And this is the kind of scum that's allowed to walk into work every day because they have like an American flag lapel pin and they're only doing personality restructuring for America. This is wrong. America can't take a criticism. I don't think America can take a criticism sometimes or something. I don't think America can take a criticism. And so these operations are real, that are deploying synthetic telepathy on students and giving them personality restructuring just because we didn't like your politics or something. And with both Republicans and Democrats aware of these programs in certain intelligence agencies, I feel like there's something really corrupt in America, and that something's not okay that's going on in America. Because once you're logged in on these psychotronic systems, the office politics of the operatives, or don't want to say intelligence officers logged on with you, because these information systems, their office politics will be affecting your life. And for myself, how I got into this business was I was just going, everything about American politics makes me want to puke. And some days I don't know how to like emigrate to Canada and join the Liberal Party of Canada, because psychotronics are literally activated to prevent me. It's like I literally have like stop. You can't think about this right now. You can't think about this right now. Your thoughts have to go back to America, and that's why I issued the videos the other day that I did that I have no regrets about, and saying if you have any thoughts about getting out of the country, what you still can do. Please, any of my viewers out there who are having thoughts about getting out of the country while they still can, please do. Please do, because I know it's too late for me, and I'm just kind of locked in with psychotronics and the other technology. And I sometimes am requesting an extraterrestrial to activate with going, I think they can help me override it for a while. My spirit guides could definitely help me override it for a while, and I could go look for jobs in Canada or other jobs overseas, where in countries where I might not be treated with such indignity, where I might get some respect, because. I mean, Operation. I'm sorry I don't have a link available, because something like this actually made the newspaper. Eh? Something about this actually made the newspaper in Canada, didn't it? About how this technology was being deployed in Canada, and I'm sorry I don't have a link available. I'm pretty sure that was in the newspaper, not just the blogs. So, what you need to do. I'm sorry. I almost want to write it on a piece of paper. What you need to do is you need to contact. If you're an American citizen, you're all worried that you've had like a shatterer. There's like an operative on who's like, you need to obey me or I'm going to hurt you kind of person. What you need to do is you need to speak out about personality restructuring. Because how the operative might understand themselves is like, well, it's a military type of emergency and I'm allowed to do anything I want to with citizens. Apparently in some offices it's like, yeah, I can just do whatever I want to with the citizens. Like we're going for broke like a bunch of war pigs going crazy with this it's just one more student I don't care about. And so that's it. There's everything to worry about with our country for the international community. They can't take a critic of the state in classrooms. It seems to me. It seems to me that was my experience at university. And you know what's really wanted in these programs, I was told, and I was just so horrified by this, was that you're supposed to turn it to, oh, thank you, oppressive party, thank you for the personality restructuring, thank you for fixing me, thank you, abuser, for fixing me. And it's designed to make you like cozy up to the psychological abuser and be like, thank you, psychological abusers, thank you very much, psychological abusers. And if you're out there and you're looking for help from extraterrestrials, look, maybe with Narami or associated species with them. Nordic type extraterrestrials have been able to help me set boundaries with some of these creeps where it's like, what are they going to do about me and my UFO riot? And so I have like a thank you Nordic type extraterrestrials where they'll go in there and say, this isn't allowed for you, this isn't allowed for the operative, and so it's like, was that your Blue Moon group interrupting my thought patterns while I'm giving a presentation? Was that your Blue Moon group? Sounded like your Blue Moon group. All right, well, something wrong in the NSA secret space programs, and there's something wrong in America's psychotronic system. So, my name is Brian Hess, and I object to people with unorthodox political opinions being given personality restructuring for having unorthodox political opinions. Okay, see you later, video audience.